Hey guys, Kyle with Max Conversion here with you today to walk you through how to generate leads for your concrete company. We're going to be talking about concrete pourers and finishers. If you're looking to get more concrete jobs through Google Ads, this is going to be the perfect video for you. We're going to walk you through setting up 10 different ad groups, targeting foundation, getting more foundation jobs, parking lot jobs, patios, driveways, just more concrete jobs through Google Ads. And it's going to be a step-by-step walkthrough on how to set up these campaigns for yourself if you're looking to generate more leads. So let's jump into it. And if you guys aren't familiar with me and our channel, we are a Google Ads agency out in St. Louis. We run Google Ads all the time. We run it for concrete companies. We run it for a lot of home service companies like plumbers, electricians, movers, and junk removers, insurance agents, and different types of services. But we're very, very familiar with concrete as well as other home service industries. But let's jump into it. So you guys are going to first want to set up a Google Ads account if you haven't already. Once you set up a new Google Ads account, we're going to set up the new campaign and go from here. So once we start setting up a new campaign, what we're going to do is create a goal without goal guidance. And the question I always get is why create a goal without goal guidance? It is because we want as much control over the campaign as possible. So don't run it to leads. Just do it without the campaign goal guidance. We're going to be going ahead and running a search. And then don't worry about any goals right now, guys. Yes, we do want phone calls. However, we're not going to worry about that now. What I like to do is I like to name the campaign just generally what you're targeting, where you're targeting, and then the date that you're going to start it. So, all right. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is select Start New. We're going to focus on clicks. And what I'll do here, just to start with, is set it as a maximum CPC of $5. We may need a little bit higher than that, and we'll check towards the end of setting up this campaign just to see if we need a bit higher than $5. But it's better to start low and then increase it from there. Next, you're going to want to turn off search partners and display network. Those will both waste budget, guys. We're looking for ROI here and generating some leads at a good price and quality leads, so that's very important. Enter your location. To keep it simple, I'm just going to do St. Louis here in the Nestle region. However, if I were you guys looking to target it a little bit more in depth, I would add all the cities and all the zip codes that you guys are targeting. So what you guys can do is say we are targeting around O'Fallon and we are targeting a 20-mile radius. So let's do that. And then what I would do here, guys, is go back to advanced, put this on, and then do it by city. Or you guys can do it by postal code. And what you can do is you can just include all these different cities that you're targeting. And that way what you're doing here is getting the data for these different cities as you run the campaign. So you know what cities are working for you guys and what cities aren't. So just go through, add all these different cities, and then once you're done, select Save. Now the next important thing is going to locations options and turning this from presence or interest to presence only, people in. We don't want anybody who, this basically says people who've shown interest in your location. So if we're out in St. Louis, somebody out in Tennessee or Washington State or even Canada can find our ads because they're showing interest in our location. We only want IPs and people who are in our location. So that's very important. English, primarily, if you guys do speak Spanish, then doing Spanish. Set up your ad schedule right now. I would recommend setting these up during business hours where you guys are able to answer the phone. So we'll just do 8 to 5 o'clock. And that is good. Don't worry about ad rotation, starter end date, campaign URL, or brands. You're good on that. And then what we're going to go ahead and do here is just skip that. And we're going to name our first ad group General Concrete Services. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do concrete services. And we want to add a bunch of different keywords around concrete services. So concrete company, concrete contractor, concrete services. Companies near me, not leveling. We're just going to be focused on installation primarily, concrete repair, floor coating, none of that. So concrete services St. Louis is important as well, guys. Concrete contractors, adding your location. So if you're in Phoenix, Arizona, adding Phoenix. If you guys are in Las Vegas, adding Las Vegas, and so on. So make sure you add your main city here. That's very important. And then these are good keywords to start with. We can look and see if there's some other keywords that would be good to add to our campaign. Now, next we want to add the URL. So run it to, we recommend running it to a landing page, and we've got plenty of videos on setting up that landing page and what a landing page should look like in the home service space. However, if you guys do just have a website set up, that will work just to start the campaign. But we always recommend having a landing page set up that's designed specifically for the keywords that you're being found for. But a website will work as well. So for this example, we're just going to go ahead and do, actually what we'll do is we will do we're going to do a concrete leveling company, guys, but it's going to be the example of a concrete company, and we're not going to be targeting leveling at all. This is just so that our ads don't get disapproved. So don't get hung up on the final URL here. We're just going to run it to that. Next, what we're going to do is do concrete company here. Make sure that the first letter of each word is capitalized, both in the headlines as well as description. And now here, what's very important, guys, is setting this up in a way where it's optimized so that we can copy and paste all the different ad groups. And you'll see what I mean in just a sec. But let's put in dynamic keywords. You're going to want to put in the bracket here. And basically what dynamic keywords are, we're going to put in concrete company St. Louis. So what this will do is if somebody, and we're going to do title case as well because we want the first letter of all keywords to be capitalized. So what this basically does, guys, is somebody can search for our services, right? So say they search for concrete company O'Fallon instead of concrete company St. Louis. As long as it's under 30 characters here, it will dynamically swap to show up for what exactly the keyword that the user searched for. However, if it's over 30 characters, this will be the default to show up for. So this is always good because it's highly relevant. No matter what, it's relevant if it does show up dynamically or doesn't. So keeping that is very good. What we're going to go ahead and do, upfront pricing, great. Get a free estimate. I would say if you guys do have an offer, always adding an offer into your ads is very important, right? So $250 off jobs over, $2,500. It's an offer right there. If you guys have a different offer, make sure you add that into the headline. Call for a quote. You guys might have an in-house team. I'm not sure if you guys sub it out or have an in-house team, but you can write that, right? Fully insured, crew, regularly trained crew. You guys can also add additional services, right? So driveways, sidewalks, and more. You guys can add just different, if you guys have a warranty on the concrete, 5-year warranty, as well as some additional benefits that you guys may have offer, as well as keywords, right? So we've got concrete companies, concrete contractors. We can add concrete contractor in St. Louis as well, in STL, and this is perfect. Next, for the description, we like to start with the company name first, right? So insert your company name. So we're just going to say KW Concrete is a concrete company in St. Louis, Mo. And then for the second description, having just the variety of different concrete jobs you do. So driveway, installation, or replacement, sidewalks, pool decks, foundations, parking lots, and more. Is a concrete company in St. Louis offering 5-star service. All right, so 2 description is perfect for you guys. You guys can add 2 or 3 descriptions. However, 2 is good to start with. You can always optimize it further down the road. We're not going to be worried about any assets right now or ad extensions, callouts, and site links. We're going to do all that at the end. Once you're done with the first ad, go ahead and click done, select next. And what we're going to go ahead and do is set your budget, how much you guys want to spend per day. Let me confirm this, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so set your budget to what you want to spend per day. In the concrete industry, I would recommend spending at least $50 a day. However, whatever your business is comfortable spending, it's better to be on Google Ads and utilize Google Ads for leads than to not. So while I recommend minimum $50 a day, you guys can set it to what you're comfortable spending. Now, once the campaign loads, it's going to check for errors regarding the ads, keywords, just different errors it could show up for. And then next, we're going to jump into the different ad groups that we have. So I've already outlined the different ad groups here. So we're going to start with these general concrete services, right? And then we're going to jump into the individual jobs, right? So stamped concrete, driveways, patios, walkways. If you guys do custom fire pits, garage floors, parking lots, foundations, and commercial. If you guys do offer additional services, right, like concrete leveling or concrete repair, different types of jobs. You can always add those. But for now, we're going to add these 10 main ad groups. And this should be plenty of impressions, get you plenty of clicks in order to generate some of these leads. Now, I will say some of these like commercial and parking lot are going to have significantly less impressions and volume compared to just general concrete surfaces and driveway. That's just natural, guys. Just less people looking for it. That's just the way it is. There's just simply less people looking for it on Google. But let's jump back over into our campaign, select publish campaign, and what I'm going to go ahead and do right away, guys, is pause it. So Google is going to tell us to set up a tag here. We're going to ignore that for now. Oh, they didn't even ask us that today. So we're going to go ahead and enable it. So now what I want to jump into, guys, is our campaign settings and keywords, right? So before we even set anything up, we want to check what is going to be our cost per click, right? So concrete services, St. Louis, concrete company near me, concrete company. And what we're going to go ahead and do, guys, is type in your guys' area. Make sure it's a wide enough area. Sometimes if you just type in a city, it's just not going to give you enough impressions. So we want to make sure that there's plenty of area. So here we see our cost per click here is going to be about $3 to $12, so $3 to $8, $2.50 to about $10. Not ready mix, just concrete. So probably about $5 is a good starting spot. If I'm looking at this, it's kind of right in the middle. Now, if you're not getting impressions after a few days at, say $5 cost per click, what I would do is increase it to $6.50 and then $9. Increase it by 1.5 every day until you start getting impressions and clicks. That's kind of the standard in terms of making sure that you're getting impressions without spending too much money at the start. Now, regarding the campaign settings, guys, we have everything primarily set up correctly. You can change your max CPC if you notice that yours was up a little bit. You guys can add your website here, so you would just add the website like that. Don't add HTTPS or any lines like that. You just want to have just the bare domain. Don't worry about campaign URL options or anything else. We are good to go at the moment. So let's jump into our ad groups here. So what we're going to do now is we've got our general ad group, and then we have 10 total ad groups. So what we want to do here is we want to copy this, and then we want to paste it, and we want to do that 9 times. We're going to have 10 total ad groups because this is going to be our templated ad group for what we're trying to do. So let's do that, select paste. And it will take a second, guys. Once this is pasted, we're going to copy both, and then we're going to copy 2 at a time, and then we'll copy 4, and then we'll copy 2 to make sure that we get 10. And this is the reason why we're doing it this way is this is the fastest way to set it up without having to go back and create an ad group and create it from scratch. It's okay to reuse some of the headlines that we've already set up. It's okay to reuse some of the descriptions we've already set up and just change the wording to make sure it's relevant. The important thing and the reason why we set up different ad groups is to make sure that it is highly, highly relevant to what the person is searching for. So if somebody looks up stamped concrete St. Louis, we want to make sure that we're showing them a stamped concrete ad, and then you guys can also redirect that to a stamped concrete landing page. And what that does is typically gets a better conversion rate and a better click-through rate, and it improves quality score, and improved quality score, you guys can get a lower cost per click and a lower cost per lead. So there is a lot to this, guys. Don't get overwhelmed because you 100% can set this up yourself if you follow this guide step by step. Now, at any time, if you do have questions, make sure you leave them down below in the comments. If you're liking this video so far, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. We've got a lot more videos coming out about optimizing home service company, Google Ads, concrete, just different things. But while we wait for this to load, what I'm going to go ahead and do is refresh the page. Once it loads, we're going to rinse and repeat the same thing over and over, guys. We're going to just copy, paste. So I don't want to keep you guys on here. I'll speed up this video and be back when it's fully pasted. All right, guys, so all the ad groups have pasted. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is move this over, and we just want to copy and paste the different ad groups into the name. That way we're familiar with what ad groups we're going to be putting and what keywords. So let's go ahead and copy paste these. And if there's any services that you guys don't offer, like such as custom fireplaces, feel free just to not add those. Also, if you guys think you might do it one day, you just don't do it right now. You guys can always add it and pause the ad group. That way you're not spending money on those keywords, but you're ready to start that campaign up once again, or start that ad group up once you offer those services. We've got the foundation here. Awesome, awesome. So there we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and start on the second one, which is the driveway. So what we want to go ahead and do is go into the ad group, remove these keywords here. And if you're familiar with Google Ads at all, guys, we're going to go ahead and be changing these match types at the end. We're going to put them all in broad match at the beginning, and then we're going to switch them over to exact match. That's just a way. So you guys, switching it over from broad to exact match, typically what that does is it improves the quality of the keywords that you're being found for so that you're not wasting money on poor quality searches. So driveway replacement. Driveway replacement near me. You guys can do driveway replacement and then add your city. Driveway installation. Driveway contractors near me. Driveway companies. If you guys do any asphalt, driveway installation. This is perfect, guys. So what we're going to go ahead and do is select save. And then you are good to go. I would actually like to add driveway installation St. Louis as well. That's a really good keyword. And driveway contractors near me. Perfect. So what we're going to go ahead and do is go jump over to the ads, and we're going to edit this ad, and now we're going to make it related to driveways. So it's already related to concrete, guys, but now we want to do driveway, concrete. Oh, that doesn't fit. We'll do driveway contractors would be great. Driveway company. And here we want to update this. So driveway replacement, whatever your guys' main keyword is, driveway replacement, installation, anything like that is great. Call for quote. And all these are really, really good, guys. Even this concrete contractor, it's general, it's broad, it's perfect. So here what we want to do is we've got the business name is what we want to switch this to is the relevant to our keyword. So a driveway concrete company in St. Louis offering 5-star service. And then we've got all our keywords here. So that's really it, guys. Just like that, you guys can make your ads more relevant just by putting them in different ad groups. And again, what this will do is going to improve the click-through rate and likely the conversion rate as you have all these set up properly in different themes and different ad groups. Next, we're going to jump over to our patio ad group. So we're going to go ahead and go to patio. We're going to go ahead and update the ad first now since we're already here. So patio, concrete, company. This is perfect. Make sure we spell concrete correctly. And what we're going to go ahead and do is patio, concrete, company. That's going to be too long. What we're going to go ahead and do, guys, is just go ahead and do STL here. Patio, concrete, company, STL. That is perfect. And we can even add something here about patio replacement and installation and install here. That way it's more relevant as well. So we are a patio concrete company in St. Louis. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and save ad. We're going to go over to the keywords. Go ahead and remove keywords. And now you guys are probably getting the hang of it and seeing how this system is how we're going about this system of removing the keywords and adding keywords, going about how we're setting up this campaign. So patio, concrete, company. And we're going to go ahead and copy that and paste that. And so this is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. All these are very good. We do not want to do anything with stamped concrete right now, guys. The reason why is we have a separate ad group for that, and it's more of its own category. So we want to leave all stamped concrete, just different keywords related to our different ad groups. We want to keep those in those specific ad groups. So like here, we wouldn't want to add anything regarding commercial patios because we have that in another ad group. What we're going to go ahead and do here is add St. Louis as well. And you guys do want to add your main city to all your different ad groups. St. Louis, services, St. Louis. Perfect. Select save. And now we are on the fourth one, which is walkway and sidewalk. So we're going to jump over there, we're going to go ahead and remove the keywords, and then add the keywords, and then change out the add. All right, so walkway, concrete company, and I think sidewalk is going to have a lot more volume regarding those keywords. So sidewalk, replacement, sidewalk installation, sidewalk replacement St. Louis, sidewalk installation St. Louis, sidewalk contractors near me, and sidewalk companies near me. Perfect. What we're going to go ahead and do is save that, jump over to the ad, and then we're going to go and change this to sidewalk concrete. Oop. Sidewalk. We'll do sidewalk replacement here as our main keyword. So sidewalk replacement in St. Louis. Oh, let's go ahead and get rid of in so that we a little bit more accurate. So sidewalk contractor in STL. That's perfect. Contractor. And we want to change this. There we go. Awesome, guys. So we're going to go ahead and save ad. Now we're on to the custom fireplaces. So we'll jump over there, change the ad, and just rinse and repeat for each ad group. So what I'll go ahead and do, guys, after this is speed up this video. You guys can pause it or put it in slow motion. However, this is very repetitive, picking the keywords and everything. So we're going to speed through it after this. That way we can move on to setting up the ad extensions. So custom fireplace. Let's do fireplace concrete. And we're going to go ahead and do a fireplace, concrete fireplaces in St. Louis. See if that does not. So concrete fireplaces, St. Louis. And what we can do here is we install, or we set up custom fireplaces. Concrete fireplace installs. Perfect. Is a fireplace concrete company. That way we're including the keyword, and then we're good to go. We're going to jump over to the keywords here. Go ahead and remove the keywords, and then add new ones. Now I know fireplaces and custom fireplaces are more hardscaping sometimes. So if you guys don't offer this, just make sure that you don't add it, skip over it, or add it and then pause it. So fireplace concrete company is what we're going to go ahead and do. Fireplace contractors. We want to make sure that we have the word concrete in there. Otherwise, we might get some people looking for fireplace installation or fireplace repair. Could be indoor. So outdoor fireplace contractor. Let's see. Outdoor fireplace builders. That's perfect. Outdoor fireplace contractors. We're going to go ahead and remove fireplace contractors. Outdoor. This is perfect, guys. All right, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to copy that and add companies, contractors, and then add St. Louis to it. That way it's more relevant. Perfect. I think that looks good. Go ahead and remove that because that's basically the same thing, and then save. All right, guys. So now we're going to jump over to stamp concrete. We're going to do stamp concrete, then garage floors, parking lot, commercial, and then foundation. So video is going to speed up a little bit. If you guys do need to pause it anywhere, make sure you hit that pause button. But we will resume here in just a few minutes on setting up the rest of the ads so that they are able to generate you guys leads and set up properly. All right, guys, so we've added all the keywords, we've added all the ads, changed them around. There was a few tricky ones, such as foundation, on getting the keywords, figuring out what keywords that you should put there, due to, if you put foundation contractors, they might be, foundation repair or some sort of relevant to foundation repair, which you guys may not offer. So being very particular in those hard to differentiate keywords is very, very important. But I think the keywords that we're using are great for all the different ad groups, and you guys should be using very similar keywords. This is what's going to generate leads for this Google Ads campaign. So next thing that we want to do, there's a few things that we want to do, right? So we've got our ad schedule set up properly, good. We've got our location set up properly, good. Our audiences, one thing that we like to do with the audiences, guys, is we like to exclude the demographic of 18 to 24-year-olds. We've typically found that 18 to 24-year-olds are people who do not convert. They are not typically leads. They could waste budget. So just go ahead and pause those or just exclude them. You guys will save a bit of money doing that. The next thing we like to do is look at the different negative keywords. So what we want to do here, guys, is regarding negative keywords, is we want to add it to the campaign and just add some negative keywords that you think are irrelevant. Some of the ones that come to mind immediately are job and resume and hiring. We don't like research ones such as reviews, review, who, what, where, when, and why, and how. And we aren't looking for anything regarding concrete repair. We're not looking for anything regarding concrete leveling. We aren't looking to fill any holes. Additionally, you don't want free, you don't want cheap. You may not even want affordable. That's up to you guys, but you guys do not want free or cheap. You don't want DIYers. You don't want the word do or it or yourself. You don't want anything regarding painting. So these are all good negative keywords to add, but the way we like to do it is, if you guys are familiar with ChatGPT, going in there and saying, I'm setting up a concrete company, Google Ads campaign, can you write out a list of negative keywords? Or what you guys can do is look up concrete company near me, and what you guys can look at is scroll down and figure out what you don't want, right? So ready mix concrete, you may not want that. You may not want small, you see cheap here. So these are all things you may want to add. Just different words. And the reason why we're adding them in one word is because generally these single words included in any sentence aren't very good. So we went ahead and added it to the campaign. Now what we want to do is go back to the keywords, go to all 76 keywords. We want to change the match type, change all match type, and we want to switch it up to exact. When we switch to exact, you guys should get a lot higher quality of keywords. We had a little bit of a mix up here. We want to go ahead and enable that. But having exact match instead of broad match is going to save you guys a lot of money and prevent a lot of wasted spend. So that's very, very important to have an exact match. Otherwise, you guys will spend your budget and not really. You guys likely won't get many good quality leads. The next thing I want to touch on are the assets. So what I recommend here, guys, is adding the business logo and the business name. You do need to verify your ad account. However, it's very important that you do verify your ad account. Just so that you don't get suspended or anything happens. And we've actually noticed that verified ad accounts they do really well. That's not to say that unverified ad accounts don't do well, but we've noticed that verified ad accounts, they're just a lot smoother to manage. So I would go ahead and set up that verification. Site links, go ahead. If you guys have other links on your website, setting up site links, that's very important. So setting up site link text such as, concrete company, adding your URL here, and then a quick description, 5-star reviews. You guys can add different services, so stamp concrete and patios. You can add a contact us or a get a free estimate site link, but you guys will want to add at least 4, if not more. And that is very important. Headlines and descriptions you can look over. Call out extensions, we'll do that together. So what we can do with call out extensions is different things. So highly trained staff, flexible scheduling, same day availability, get a free quote, satisfaction guaranteed, 5-star reviews, free on-site estimate, insured and local. If you guys have a certain amount of reviews, adding that. Just different things. Quick response time, local company, certified technicians. These are all really great call outs to add. Structured snippet. you guys can add different things for this. So what we like to do is you can add types or a service catalog. In this example, we'll just add a service catalog, so it's concrete services. We can do stamped concrete services. We're going to do driveway replacement. Go ahead and add a variety of different values. So residential concrete. What we can do here is copy that and do commercial concrete, custom fire pits, foundation pours, patio concrete company. So these are all good additional services that you guys can add. The reason why you want to add callouts and structured snippets is because it gives your ad a little bit more visibility online, which typically increases the click-through rate and adds some general extra information to the ad. Always, always, always add a call extension to your ads. We cannot add one since we're using a different URL, but always add a call extension. Always add a location extension. So a location extension is basically this right here. So with this, what you guys will see occasionally is if you have your Google My Business page linked up with your Google Ads, this can actually show up at the top of the result as a sponsored GMB listing. And it's very occasional. There's no way to control it, but it is very, very powerful, especially if you guys have a good amount of reviews. Always, always add a location extension. Promotion. I always recommend having an offer when it comes to running Google Ads. So that may mean, $100 off, every $1,000 you spend, right? So if $3,000 job, you get $300 off. So adding a promotion is very important, guys. And you guys can add this in a variety of different ways. So we'll just say $100 off plus projects. And then you'll add a final URL. You guys can add promotional details as well as an occasion. All right, next thing you guys are going to want to do is going to be setting up conversion tracking. We do have a separate video on that, and I will link it down below in the description on how to set up conversion tracking. Conversion tracking basically counts the leads inside of Google Ads so that you guys know how many leads you've gotten in a specific time frame, week, month. Setting up conversion tracking is crucial to the success of a Google Ads campaign typically. And the reason I say that is because later on down the road, typically after you get about 15 to 20 conversions in 30 days, you guys are going to want to switch over to a maximize conversions target CPA bidding strategy. We can't do it right now because Google doesn't have enough data, and likely what will happen if you try to do this is you're not going to get any impressions, or you're going to get wildly high cost per click. So you'll be spending $15, $20, $30 cost per click. So we don't start it out. We started out with max clicks. But you guys are going to want to switch over to target CPA down the road. But if you're not tracking those conversions, Google doesn't know what kind of lead or people are converting on your ad. So if you try and switch that over, you can't do it. And that's no good. So setting up conversion tracking is very, very important, guys. I'd recommend that even before you enable the campaign. Don't run this without tracking your ROI. It's very, very important. Next is just a general tip, but you guys are going to want to set up specific landing pages for this ad. If you guys have a good designed website, that's great, and it's a good start, but you guys are going to want to set up specific landing pages, and I'll link a video down below in the comments on how we set up our home service landing pages. That way you guys are familiar with it and recognize, the importance of it versus a website. But other than that, you guys are really good to go. You guys can run this. You guys can run it today. If you connect it to your website and you have your conversion tracking set up, you can run it today. That is totally okay. Recommend the landing page, but you guys are good to go. It's just that simple. Something you're going to want to keep your eye on as you run this and as you start getting clicks and spending more money, what you're going to want to look at is the search term report. So the search term report basically is a list of different keywords that you've received impressions and clicks on. If you guys are looking through the search term report and you're noticing keywords that are not very quality for what you guys are wanting to show up for, make sure you go ahead and add them as a negative keyword. When you add them as a negative keyword, it prevents you from showing up from those terms, and you'll prevent any wasted spend. So that's very important. As always, guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. If you have any comments, comment them down below. Anything could be regarding this Google Ads setup, a landing page, websites, what you should do and where. Make sure you leave your comments down below. And as always, stay tuned for more helpful Google Ads content.